5 reasons France is overrated for FIFA 2026. The team everyone feared, but should they? What if I told you that one of the biggest favorites for FIFA World Cup 2026 might not be as unbeatable as everyone thinks? Whenever football fans discuss the next World Cup, one nation always comes up near the top of the list: France. And honestly, it's easy to understand why. They have world-class players in almost every position. Their squad depth is incredible. Their recent tournament record is outstanding. They won the World Cup in 2018. They reached the final again in 2022 and came within a penalty shootout of becoming champions once more. For many people, France looks like the complete package. Strong attack, strong midfield, strong defense, elite experience, a winning mentality. On paper, they seem almost perfect. But football isn't played on paper. If history has taught us anything, it's that the most talented team doesn't always win. Sometimes the pressure becomes too much. Sometimes injuries strike at the worst possible moment. Sometimes a single mistake changes everything. And sometimes the team everyone expects to dominate ends up leaving the tournament much earlier than expected. Just ask Spain in 2014. Ask Germany in 2018. Ask Belgium's golden generation. All of them were expected to achieve greatness. Yet football had different plans. That's why it's worth asking an uncomfortable question. Are football fans overrating France ahead of FIFA World Cup 2026? Today, we're looking at 5 reasons why France may not be as unbeatable as many people believe. And by the end of this video, you may see Les Bleus in a completely different way. Reason 1: talent doesn't automatically create team chemistry. Let's start with the biggest misconception surrounding France. Many fans look at the French squad and immediately assume they're destined for success. After all, just look at the names available. World-class attackers, elite midfielders, top-level defenders. The depth is so impressive that some players who would start for most national teams struggle to get into France's starting lineup. But here's the problem. Football isn't a collection of player ratings. It's not a video game. It's a team sport. And history is filled with examples of talented squads that failed because chemistry never matched the talent. Think about it from a human perspective. Imagine being one of the best players in Europe. You work hard all season. You perform brilliantly for your club. Then you arrive at the national team and find yourself sitting on the bench because another superstar is ahead of you. That can create frustration. Not because players are selfish. Because they're competitive. The greatest athletes in the world believe they deserve to play. That's what makes them great. Managing those expectations is one of the toughest jobs in football. Every player wants minutes. Every player wants responsibility. Every player wants to be the hero. Keeping everyone united during a World Cup isn't easy. Argentina's success in 2022 wasn't just about talent. It was about unity. Players fought for each other. Celebrated together. Suffered together. You could feel the connection. France certainly has enough talent to win FIFA 2026. But talent alone doesn't guarantee chemistry. And chemistry wins championships. Reason 2: the weight of expectations is growing heavier. Success is a wonderful thing. Until it becomes an expectation. France is no longer the underdog. They're no longer the surprise package. They're one of football's superpowers. And that comes with enormous pressure. Every World Cup favorite carries expectations. But France enters FIFA 2026 carrying the burden of recent success. Fans expect them to reach the final. Experts predict deep tournament runs. The media analyzes every detail. Anything less than competing for the trophy will be viewed as disappointment. That pressure can be exhausting. Imagine stepping onto the field knowing millions of people expect you to win. Imagine knowing every mistake will be replayed across social media. Imagine understanding that one bad performance could define your tournament. That's the reality France faces. And history shows that pressure can affect even the strongest teams. Players become cautious. Confidence can disappear. Small mistakes suddenly feel enormous. The further a team advances in the tournament, the greater the pressure becomes. France has handled expectations well in recent years. But FIFA World Cup 2026 may bring their biggest test yet. Because the closer you get to greatness, the harder it becomes to achieve it again. Reason 3: the competition has never been stronger. One reason many people overrate France is because they underestimate everyone else. Yes, France is strong. Very strong. But they're not alone. International football is entering one of its most competitive eras ever. Argentina enters as defending champions. They know how to win under pressure. England possesses one of the deepest squads in football. Spain continues to improve with exciting young talent. Portugal has one of the strongest generations in its history. Germany is desperate to return to the top. Brazil remains dangerous despite recent disappointments. Then there are the dark horses. Teams that nobody expects. Teams capable of shocking the world. Morocco proved that in 2022. Croatia has been doing it for years. The Netherlands always seem capable of producing a magical run. The gap between elite nations is smaller than ever. There are no easy knockout games anymore. Every opponent is dangerous. Every mistake is punished. A single bad performance can destroy years of preparation. That's why being the favorite has become more difficult than ever. France may be among the strongest teams in the world. But they're entering a tournament filled with teams that genuinely believe they can win it too. And belief is a powerful thing. Reason for success can quietly create complacency. This is perhaps the most underrated danger facing France. Success changes people. Success changes teams. When you've already climbed the mountain, finding the motivation to climb it again becomes harder. France has enjoyed an extraordinary decade. World Cup champions in 2018. World Cup finalists in 2022. Nations League winners. Consistent contenders in major tournaments. They've experienced the highest highs football can offer. Meanwhile, many rival nations are still chasing those moments. England is desperate to end decades of frustration. Portugal wants to make history. Germany wants redemption. Brazil wants to return to glory. Argentina wants to defend its crown. Those teams are hungry. They're chasing something. France already knows what victory feels like. Now, this doesn't mean French players lack motivation. Far from it. Elite athletes are naturally competitive. But maintaining the same hunger year after year is one of the hardest things in sports. That's why repeating success is so rare. The challenge isn't reaching the top. The challenge is staying there. And history suggests that's often much harder. Reason 5 World Cups are built on chaos and unpredictability. This may be the most important reason of all. Football doesn't care about predictions. Football doesn't care about rankings. Football doesn't care about hype. The World Cup is famous for producing surprises. Every tournament delivers moments nobody expects. Favorites lose. Underdogs rise. Heroes emerge from nowhere. Dreams collapse overnight. Think about some of the biggest shocks in football history. Spain entered the 2014 World Cup as defending champions. Many expected them to dominate. Instead, they crashed out early. Germany won the World Cup in 2014. 4 years later, they failed to escape the group stage. Belgium's golden generation looked capable of winning everything. Yet they never lifted the trophy. Why? Because football is unpredictable. One injury can change everything. One red card, one penalty shootout, one moment of brilliance, one moment of bad luck. That's all it takes. France may have a fantastic squad. They may play brilliant football. They may deserve to be favorites. But none of that guarantees success. The World Cup has a habit of humbling even the strongest teams. And France is not immune to that reality. Can France still win FIFA World Cup 2026? Absolutely. Let's be fair. France deserves to be considered one of the favorites. They have elite players. They have tournament experience. They have world-class coaching. They have proven they can handle pressure. Most importantly, they have a winning mentality. Those qualities make them dangerous. Very dangerous. No team will want to face France in a knockout match. But being one of the favorites doesn't mean you're guaranteed success. There is a difference between being the best team on paper and being the last team standing. And that's why the World Cup remains the greatest tournament in sports. Conclusion. So let's recap the 5 reasons why France may be overrated for FIFA World Cup 2026. Talent doesn't automatically create chemistry. The pressure of expectations keeps growing. The competition is stronger than ever. Success can quietly create complacency. World Cups are unpredictable by nature. France remains one of the strongest football nations on earth. They have the players, they have the experience, they have the history, but history also teaches us something important. The favorite doesn't always win. The strongest squad doesn't always lift the trophy. And sometimes the team everyone expects to dominate ends up watching the final from home. So what do you think? Will France prove the critics wrong and win FIFA World Cup 2026? Or are football fans overestimating their chances? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more FIFA 2026 predictions, football analysis, and World Cup content.